Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Anime Masters of the Apocalypse EpiTalks. This is the show where we will go through a couple of episodes, each of our episodes, yeah, and we will discuss our our feelings to those episodes in the specific show. And the show that we're going to be following the next few, I assume, weeks or months, or however long this will take, it's gonna be Vinland Saga.
Woo!
Ooh, the second
Vinland
season,
Saga.
to be specific.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, Lad,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the first episode of Vinland Saga so far?
Um. Again, it feels like again they start afresh with introducing a new character in this instance is Einar.
Mm-hmm.
We are being introduced to, and it's probably his. It feels like it's him we are gonna follow, and Thorfinn is gonna be the thing he's gonna bounce his opinions on, and it's how he's gonna. The viewer is Einar, and
Mm.
we're gonna follow Thorfinn through Einar. It feels like that's how they're gonna set this season up.
Yeah.
So yeah. Um, Again, how did the Thorfinn end up like this? Who's the master? That's Do we have a name on the
Yeah,
master?
Ketil.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe the second episode is called Ketil's Farm.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So yeah,
so. Mm.
the so we find out that Thorfinn has been enslaved by Ketil,
Mm-hmm.
and now Einar has is working for Ketil too. So it's a great start. It's a strong start on the new season.
Yeah, and I
Um,
actually really like that they gave the entire first episode just to Einar. So
yeah,
that we
yeah.
both now we're familiar with Einar and his character, and we know his backstory and his situation,
Hmm, hmm.
and I think that's a really and it does end up kind of cliffhanger, but it's cool. Well, I thought it was cool the way they just ended the episode with, oh, that's Torfin there.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm really I'm I'm really looking forward to see how they're gonna meet up with Thorfinn's grandpa. Is that him?
You mean Leif? Leif?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not his grandpa.
No, he's just a
Friend,
family acquaintance.
friend of the family.
Yeah, yeah. I'm really looking forward to see later in the season how they're gonna meet up with him, or is it gonna be some close call, almost meeting him, but just missing or something? It's yeah, it's I'm looking forward to it because right now Thorfinn is he's just dead inside. He
He's a
he
broken
doesn't.
man.
Yeah, he's a broken man, and I'm looking forward to see how he's gonna win his character back, or are we gonna see him win his character back in this season?
Yeah,
I hope so.
one thing you have to remember that the story has actually first started now. The entire 24 episodes of the first season was
Yeah,
just a prologue. That was all of
yeah.
Thorfinn's backstory.
Hmm.
So now
It's
it's when
it's
Thorfinn's character
wild.
will really begin.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And
So yeah,
mm,
it's gonna be interesting to see how much of Askeladd's morals and ideals has rubbed off of Thorfinn later on. To see now he's a grown man.
mhm.
To see how much of that is gonna show. So yeah, I'm excited for that too.
And also one thing that I admit that I'm a bit biased, but I'm
Mm.
very excited by the fact that this entire arc, or at least the majority of it, is going to be happening in Denmark, in
Yeah.
Jutland. There is Goddamn Jutland!
Skål!
Oh, my Viking spirit is
Ah, yes.
it's really.
Ah, der er et yndigt land.
Oh god, we lost so many viewers there.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, if any
Oh,
of the viewers can't tell, we're both from Denmark.
yeah.
So, and
So
thank
it's so
God
sad. It's so
that.
sad.
Hmm?
It's
What?
so sad to know that the best Viking media is entirely made outside of Europe.
Yes, not even America. No, no, Japan.
Yeah, not
The
not even Scandinavia, where you would assume good Viking media would be born in the baby bed of Viking
mm.
of the Vikings, but no, no,
The best thing that
it's
I've seen from Scandinavia, there's that series, the comedy series called, I don't know, Norsemen or something,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is alright, but I don't think it's not on the level that Vinland Saga
yeah, yeah,
reaches.
and
Like I would call Vinland Saga a masterpiece in
mm,
storytelling,
mm,
and they
and
use it also. I think it's a masterpiece in terms of using a like historical setting as well. It's one of the best instances that I've seen of
mm,
having real life history combine it with a fictional story.
yeah, and you're an history enthusiast. How do you
Yes.
feel? How well does Vinland Saga so far? How good do they catch the history?
Um, like okay, in my experience, when it comes to history enthusiasts and their like how correct does the history need to be, there's actually a very difference of opinions between like
Uh,
history fans, and and I found out that I'm right actually in the low bar in terms of how much I'm willing to overlook. But
mm,
just comparing Vinland Saga with other historical shows, I think Vinland Saga does a much better job than the majority of them that I've
yeah,
seen.
yeah, and other
And
shows who portray themselves as historically,
yeah,
like like um, like Vikings.
yes, essentially Vikings. It's a fictional story,
Yeah.
like in all ways. And I've just seen the second season of the Vikings Valhalla, and I cry inside when I see some of the things they did
Yeah.
with the history.
Yeah.
But what
I
Vinland
think.
Saga does, which I think really makes it work as historical shows, is the fact that many of the events that we see are correct. Like
Mm, mm,
for example, we're shown the St. Bricus Day massacre, where the King of England ordered the death of many Danes living in England. That is a
mhm,
real event. And then we
mm,
have the Danish invasion of England by Sweyn Fortbeard, that we also see in the first season. That is a real event.
mm.
Where,
Was that the one where who's the guy on the right, far right?
you mean Thorkel the Tall?
Yeah, Torquil. Was that the event with him?
Yeah, and he is a
Yeah,
real historical person.
yeah,
And
and that's the
hmm?
beauty of it. Even though there's anime power shenanigans,
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't it if you can look past that, it doesn't distract from the historical substance of the story.
Hmm.
At least that's how I feel.
Yeah,
How
like
I
I feel
feel.
like as long as the events are correct, how you show those events, you can have fun with that.
Mm, mm,
For example, they show in the first season that Sweyn becomes king, right, of England,
mm,
but then he like almost immediately after gets killed by Askeladd in the show. What happened
mm.
in real life was that Sweyn Fortbeard became king of England, and then he died like a week or two afterwards. Like we don't actually know how he died. There's believed he died of a like heart disease or some kind,
Mm, mm.
but we don't actually know. So the fact that the
Yeah.
show took this like event of Sweyn Forkbeard dying almost immediately after becoming king of England, and did something fun with it by having
Ah,
Askeladd kill him and all that.
mm.
And this is
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Though it should be said that we have found out more about like Scandinavian and Viking society in the years since that the manga author actually started writing the story.
Mm.
So, so if he gets something wrong, it could be because that we found out like more about it since then.
Yeah, but that is the problem with all historical media.
Yeah, that we
That
find
it
out
is,
find out new stuff all the time.
yeah, that it's always there's always a chance that it needs to be rewritten, or it gets old, or yeah,
Hmm.
it gets outdated. Yeah.
Yeah, but the one thing that Vinland Saga does, where it basically murders every other Viking media,
Mm.
is where the countries that the characters are from is correct.
Yeah.
Looking at Vikings again, where everyone is just
Yeah.
from Norway. It's just Norway.
Oh fucking hell! Yeah, it Denmark, Denmark in Viking isn't Denmark.
No, Denmark
Again,
barely exists as a like mentioned place in Vikings.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That was that scene. Even Denmark
yeah, when they're
appeared.
making the Great Heathen Army, which is also known as the Great Danish Army or Great Army of the Danes.
Yeah,
The majority of
yeah,
the people from that army were from Denmark. The
yeah,
leaders, the sons of Ragnar Lothbrok were from Denmark. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
hurts.
anyway, this is
That hurts a little bit as a Dane.
yeah, and it helped reinforce this idea of the frozen Scandinavia, which is just Norway.
Yeah.
Even though the majority of the people that did
Yeah.
stuff in England were from
But
Denmark. Though I
all
recently,
Vikings came from Skyrim.
though I recently like found out that I think that Sweden might actually suffer even more than Denmark in the Viking shows,
Yeah.
because like Denmark is barely mentioned. Sweden, I think, is actually mentioned even less.
Ooh.
Yeah, and now they're dealing with the like the Kievan Rus and all that, where there were Swedish Vikings where they were doing stuff.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
But
Someone is calling on the door. Sorry. Wait a second. Someone rang on the door. Sorry. Yeah. Back to it.
yeah, so Sweden would also handle terribly in the Viking shows. They only care about Norway. So going back to Vinland Saga,
Mm.
I think that they've done a good job of making it very clear by the new opening, that this is very much um, about like the emotions and the drama of the
Yeah.
characters much more than it is an action show, which the first season was very much an action show,
Yeah.
which
And
the openings reflected that.
yeah. And it's very well illustrated by the visuals. It
Mm-hmm.
I don't they don't tease to the journey. It's not much about the journey anymore to Vinland.
Mm-hmm.
It it seems like they are more focused on the the Denmark here now, and how Einar is Einar's journey, and how he's going to evolve is gonna happen, and
Yeah,
how
and
yeah.
also I think the this big focus on like the demons of Thorfinn's past and how
Mm,
he's going to have to confront that in the future.
mm,
And also we're getting some some teasing of Canute the Great in the opening as well. I am so looking forward to
oh
seeing
yeah,
my man Canute.
yeah, he's cool.
Hmm.
He's very cool.
He is.
He's good.
Yeah.
He was very innocent and fair of skin in his younger days, but he has gotten. It seems like he has gotten a little bit of grit. He's still fucking handsome, but
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Though funnily enough, there's actually when it comes to how handsome the real Knut the Great was, we actually have a source which explains that his face was really good looking, except for his nose.
Huh.
Yeah, he's supposed to not have had that good a nose, but the rest of him was really good looking, according to that one source.
Yeah. I really like the way his eye when he opened in the opening how he opened it. It reminded me of Odin. You
Mm,
know how he has only one eye, and
yeah.
the way that that's depicted in other Norse media and other. Meantime, it looks a lot like that. So I don't know. Maybe we're gonna see him later on doing some wise man shit or doing something very tactical or something.
Mm. Well,
So
he's
I'm
supposed
looking
to
forward
now
to that.
become the king of England and later king of
Yeah,
Denmark.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
so
yeah,
I, so,
I'm looking forward to that.
hmm
So yeah, um, I'm really I really like how they portray thraldom in the first and second episodes.
mm,
Um, again, just for the viewers, when we talk about slaves am I totally wrong here, Mess? When I in the Viking Age they called them thralls, right?
yeah, you're
Thrall.
right. Thralls. In English, I think it's pronounced thrall.
Thrall. Okay, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, and that's them. Is that more accurate to call them thralls than slaves?
Well, it means the same. So,
It means the first thing. I say.
like,
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough. Fair enough.
So
But
whether
yeah,
you say slave or thrall, it means the same.
okay, fair. So yeah, I like how they portray the life of a slave in the Viking Age.
Mm,
Um, it seems very oh, what is the word I'm searching for? It's not sincere, but
like real.
organic, real. um, yeah,
To me, it feels like I like how they showed how like like how professional they are and how much of like
yeah.
the merchant like ideal of it, where we're
Mm-hmm.
selling a product here.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah,
have to like make sure they look good. They have to like check their teeth, give them good
yeah.
clothes when they're showing off their fine product. Well, it is kind of messed up, but it is.
Yeah, it is very messed up, and in particular the scene on the boat.
Oh, where they throw that girl out
Yeah,
while
yeah.
she's still
Again,
alive.
yeah, it would have been more expensive to try to keep her alive and then bring her up, make her not sick again. Than it would just to cut ties and
Yeah,
kill
cut your
her off.
losses.
Yeah, yeah. It's gritty and it's nasty, but that was the reality back
Yeah,
then.
that was how it was. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I really like a show where they don't try to oversell and also not undersell
yeah,
like some raw themes like this, where
yeah,
like show it as it is. That's
yeah,
the best you can do.
yeah. Again, the viewer will Im- the viewer will imbue all the the emotions to the picture.
Yeah.
Don't imbue your viewer with emotions
hmm
more than necessary.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
that like Einar's
it was
reaction to everything was on point. Like he didn't like he was very much shocked by what he saw, but if he
mm,
wasn't like overly emotional about it, like what I wouldn't expect someone from that period, like from his with his experiences, to act like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Again, he just lost his mom and sister
He
again.
lost his entire life.
Yeah,
Like his village was burned down.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's good. It's a that's well written.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. So,
Um,
what is your like opinion about their master Keto, the guy who bought them?
um, I like the way that that all the things he tells them about they are not particularly good, but in Einar's circumstance,
They're a gift from
that's
God.
it doesn't get better. That's a
Mm.
fucking great deal. But it's not that it's not sold by oh my god. Ketil is such a good guy or something. It's not. He's still a slave owner. He's still.
Yeah.
It's not because he's a good guy or
No,
he's
he
just.
does it purely for selfish reasons,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
but the things he does are good for Einar. So he
Yeah,
comes
yeah. In
across as a,
Einer's
yeah,
circumstance, again, Einer imbues all the things that Ketil
needs.
offers. Yeah,
Hmm.
all the things that Ketil offers, Einer imbues that with positivity.
Yeah.
Until Ketil's handsman or what farm hands
Like his
eats
workers.
all that food. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those man,
Um,
those assholes.
yeah, fuck them. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. I really like that it's not. It's
It-
very it's very face value.
yeah. Again, it
Uh,
feels real.
yeah, it feels very real.
And also, I
It's not.
can like from Ketil's point of view, like we've actually seen we see there's this other guy who's with him. Well, his name was like Patel or something,
Mm,
and like he's a former slave who got the same deal, and after he got his own like freedom, now he's working as a legit worker with a lot of loyalty to Ketil.
yeah.
So from Ketil's point of view, he's probably like done this before and has found slaves who are relatively young, but not so young that they can't work independently. Then
Mm,
have give them a sort of work that will take them some years, and then he will give them their freedom. And then not only will they be very like loyal to him,
mm,
like just because of the seeming generosity, then
mm.
they since they're former slaves, they probably have no other lives to go back to. So if he
No.
then comes up with the, well, you can keep on working on my farm,
Mm,
why would they say no to that?
mm.
So from
Yeah,
Kato's point of view, he has only things to gain, really.
yeah.
So he's a
He
clever
basically
businessman, really.
he offers them a whole new life, and he has nothing to lose
Yeah,
at
exactly.
all. It's
He has
certainly
only things to gain.
yeah. We we he basically built a whole community around him because they are probably gonna work on the farm afterwards.
Yeah.
Many of them.
Also, I
Again,
have to remember,
why
like,
go away?
he's the one who owns like this entire area.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He rents it out. Is that correctly? He basically rents out the farmland to the workers.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that it seems realistic and it's not portrayed as overly positively or overly negatively.
Mhm.
It's taken with very face value,
Yeah.
and then as a viewer you can imbue it with the emotions that
Mhm.
you have. Again, most of the emotions that a modern viewer would have, including me, would be, "Oh, this is so bad," because again, we li- we were raised up in a society without slaves and
Is
where
it? Yeah.
living standards is much higher.
Mm.
Um, but again, if they had anime and all that back then, maybe it would have been taken more positively.
Mm.
So yeah, um, I'm looking forward to see a lot of these characters. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, 5 if we count the girl too. We don't know much about her other than she's probably Ketil's Ketil's daughter, right?
Well, we actually don't know if she's also a slave.
Yeah, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, you have read it, right?
Right. I read the manga, so I actually know
Oh, God damn
everything.
it, you fucking spoiler! No!
I thought it was obvious.
Fuck it.
Well, we have seen
Uh,
his son.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
the guy on the left. Oh my God, I really liked the comic relief
where he
when
couldn't draw his
uh,
sword.
yeah, he couldn't draw his sword because. Am I wrong on this? The sword normally it was only on the back if you needed to travel far.
yeah, like it were generally not on the back because
Yeah,
it didn't
you,
work as well if you were holding
yeah,
it on your waist.
we saw why right
Yes.
there, and it's such a it's almost a step to the whole anime badassery drawing sword from the back
Yeah.
aesthetic.
You know
It's
what?
almost a step
Mm.
for that to that.
Yeah, I
It's
actually really like it. Like it very much also like shows like we're actually trying to be somewhat historically correct here.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
take that every other show that doesn't even attempt it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Mm.
also I like his character that we've seen so far because like the way it is now, he's very young and naive and he wants to accomplish big things.
Mm.
And I am very much looking forward to seeing how his character will evolve
Oh,
as well.
yeah, how he's gonna get a almost a
Dose of
culture shock.
reality.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking
when
like
he
he wants to go to
takes.
war and win
Yeah,
great honor.
yeah,
And as
yeah.
we should know, war is not usually a good experience for people unless you're
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Mm.
Again, just look at Thorfinn.
Yeah, he is not
Again,
better off after his experience.
yes, he has been better off. It's so weird to think that that bubbly, happy child ended up like this.
Mm-hmm.
Early when he went on tucked went on to Vinland, he went from so
You mean
happy and
England?
to extremely violent,
Mm-hmm.
so angry all the time,
Yeah.
to this,
Yeah,
to
it's actually one
completely
of the
dead
things I'm
inside.
most excited about is that Thorfinn's character really starred now. Because one of the big complaints that I heard a lot from people from the first season was that Thorfinn's character wasn't that deep. And
Mm,
of course, the first season came around like 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 solve that issue by having the majority of the story be focused on Askeladd and Canute and all
mm,
that, with Dolphin
yeah,
actually more in the background. But now, like the whole point, the reason why Dolphin doesn't have that much character in the first season is because his character is supposed to start now.
yeah,
Now he's supposed to become a character with a deep and interesting personality.
yeah. It's so much interesting that it wouldn't have been such a great character introduction if we just started with season two,
Mm,
because now we have Thorfinn's whole backstory. We know how he ended up like this,
yeah.
and now we can root so much more for him
Hmm.
when he's gonna end up in struggles
Yeah.
in the future episodes. And
Like every
we're
interaction and everything they do has a lot more weight because we know what happened in the past.
yeah, yeah. So yeah.
Also, it's really like tragic and interesting how like Aino and Thorfinn they're coming together as they're gonna as the two friends here
Mm,
because like Thorfinn he was a part essentially of the Danish invasion of England.
mm,
Like Thorfinn has killed many English and helped in the burning down of English villages and the like.
mm,
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how their relationship will evolve as
mm.
they learn more about each other.
No. I'm looking forward to see how much of the season is gonna be about them struggling on the farm, doing chopping down the forest, and are they gonna are they gonna try to escape, or are we gonna do a time skip where they have felled down all the trees and now they don't know what to do, or what's gonna happen? Again,
Mm-hmm.
is there isn't long till the next episode. It's 2 days from now, so
So yeah,
that I'm looking forward to that, to
same.
see when uh, how are they how are they gonna take it from here? Or I don't think the whole season is gonna be on the farm. I, I, I don't. Maybe I don't know. I don't know how they would make that interesting again. Or
Well,
maybe I don't know.
that's
I
it all
could be
about the
wrong.
drama. I think they could like focus on like personal development
Yeah.
of Thorfit's character. That could
Hmm.
easily make a very interesting show.
Yeah.
Though
Um.
I can tell you that stuff is gonna happen.
Hmm. Yeah. What what happened to the cake? What we didn't see where the two drunk guys took Ketil.
You
I
mean
was
his son?
Yeah, his son.
No,
Uh,
that's first. That's we'll see that in the next episode, I assume. They
yeah.
like ended the
What was
episode
gonna
with that.
happen? I thought I definitely thought, oh, they are gonna fucking take him hostage or something and say to Ketil, give us a bag of money and we're gonna go on our merry way or something. Oh damn.
Nah, they
So
wouldn't do that.
yeah,
Like
yeah, it
generally,
would.
like Viking like bodyguards and the like were generally well known for their loyalty. Like once they got their
Oh, they're
pay,
bodyguards.
yeah.
Weren't they slaves? I thought they were slaves.
No, those drunk guys, they're like they're guarding the farm.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, they're hired to guard the farm from bandits and the like.
Yeah, good, good, good.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's so again. It's it's a sad reality that the two parents to that slave girl basically rooted for that slave daughter to have her way with Kate's son just so they could. It felt like it's just so they could move up in favor with Ketil.
You know, I don't think they were slaves. Those.
Don't you think?
No, I think they were just like regular people who work on the farm,
Ah,
or else I don't think he would have like have the the
the
idea of
girl.
like her having his kids and maybe marrying her and all that. Because if
Uh,
she were a slave, then she wouldn't really have anything to say about it.
nah, you're right.
So I think they were just regular, I don't know, townspeople, peasant. What do you say?
Yeah, yeah,
But they were definitely trying to get into the good family, the rich family,
yeah,
by
yeah,
making their daughter pregnant with the rich boy
yeah.
kid.
I'm looking forward because she felt genuine about
Hmm.
how she felt about him, and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was worried. So I'm looking a little bit forward to see how their relationship is going to evolve, or if it isn't. She seemed like she was sad when he left.
yeah, and
Um,
also like she. I also got the feeling that she actually cares about him and
mm,
worries for him, and that's of course why like he wants to become a warrior. So he sees it as like her worrying for him, just being like, oh, I can't be a warrior. I'm just thinking I'm weak and all that. Of course, that's not how it is, but that's how he sees it.
yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah. I really hope he gets a great character arc when
Yeah,
he goes to Vinland.
but one thing that I noticed, which was a great little detail, was when those two like those drunk bodyguards or farm guards, whatever, they were walking through all the wheat and they were kind of ruining it. And
Oh, yeah, he
he was
was.
worried.
He
He
was.
was like, "Hey, you're ruining the wheat."
Mm.
Like that's just a little tiny detail about that he actually
Yeah,
he does care about
care a little bit.
you
Yeah.
know, the farm.
Oh, I need to think about what I'm saying. Vinland, is that America or is that England?
Vinland, that's um, America.
That's America. Okay, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
think
probably he's
you
probably
called
not gonna go
England
to.
Vinland before. So,
Yeah, he's not gonna go to England right. No, he's not gonna go to America right away. I don't think probably gonna go to England
like he
first, right?
wants to join Canute's army in England. That's what he said.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So who's the guy with the saber? It isn't the katana.
No, it's kind of like a Middle Eastern saber
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
He
Uh-huh.
probably got it from Spain, honestly.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, the Muslims were controlling most of Spain at this point, and
Uh,
the Vikings were well known for making trade with Muslim Spain.
cool.
Got a lot of good cheese from from what I heard.
Mm. So yeah,
Yeah, but he's a character we haven't seen yet.
yeah. And then again, our man, our boy, the strong, the man who throws. What is that? What was he throwing? Poles like spears. What is it called again?
Thorkel, that's all.
Torkill. God damn, I'm looking forward. Right
Yeah,
now, he's probably my he's again in the first season he was my favorite most favorite character in I don't know maybe the years has toned him down, but I hope not.
can you really tone down Thorkel and his
No.
love for war?
Thorfinn, fight me! Oh yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Hmm. Yeah, when he's still helping Canute in England fighting for the crown of England.
Yeah. When how are they in the? Do we know about where they are?
Well,
In that, yeah.
at this point they're still like fighting the Anglo-Saxons for.
So that's they are fighting from north to south, or are they fighting from south to north?
What do you mean?
Where in England are their armies, and where are they
Well, I know
traveling to?
we'll see them in a later episode. They're probably in Northumbria, and then at this point,
Okay. I have no fucking idea where that is.
northern England. That's why
Okay.
Northumbria.
Okay.
Wessex is in the west.
Sorry, Professor Mass. Oh yeah.
You know,
So yeah.
ancient people, they were not very creative when they came up with their names. At least not with. The Anglo-Saxons were not very creative.
The Vikings really liked making jokes though. Fuck Greenland, really?
And Iceland. Again, not
Yeah,
very creative. And Vinland.
Yeah, Vinland.
But again, the Anglo-Saxons were not better. Like, what do we call the area controlled by the Danes? Well, Dane law, because they followed the law of the Danes. Makes sense to me. Like,
Oh. Skål. So yeah.
yeah.
Do we have anything more to add? Again?
Great start to the new season.
Yeah, great fucking start.
Really looking
I'm
forward to it.
How many years is it from
I
from
think
the
like
last
3 years or something.
years? 3 years we've waited.
And you know, so I once saw I saw a comment on YouTube that I thought was really funny. In that there was a different like a show, might have been Attack on Titan, I don't know, who had like an entire episode, the first episode dedicated to retelling what happened in the earlier seasons.
Oh shit!
Chad Vinland Saga doesn't need to do that. It just goes.
It just goes on. Yeah.
Yes, and that show only had to wait 1 year before next season. Vinland Saga 3 years. Don't need no recap. Just goes.
Yeah. Oh damn. Yeah. So, dear viewers, look forward to.
Oh,
to
one
this
thing I want to
series.
bring up that I think is actually pretty significant.
Huh?
It might be different in other countries, but at least here in Denmark, the availability of Vinland Saga season 2 is astounding to me.
Oh yeah.
Because the first season was so unavailable, it pissed me off so much. You could only get it on like HBO Max or something. No, not HBO Max. Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Yeah.
But season 2 though.
Season 2 is not only is season 1 and 2 on Netflix, season 1 and 2 is also on Crunchyroll. It's
Mm.
on both those streaming services at the
So
same
good.
time.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually talk with people in Denmark
Yeah,
about
and you can see it
Sega.
with Danish subtitles. You can see the entire series in
Mm.
Danish subtitles on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah,
What a world we live in! Like,
yeah.
wow.
Sometimes it feels like the reason why something becomes popular in your country is because it's available on a platform that everyone's watch
Hmm.
is watching. Yeah. So it's if it's not on Netflix, many people won't
Hear about
know
it
about.
or
Yeah.
care about it.
So yeah, it's a very it's a at least for me it's a very I'm getting very excited that it's so available and
Hmm.
it's not Crunchyroll. Most people don't have Crunchyroll. If you're an anime enthusiast, you probably have Crunchyroll, but Netflix, pretty much everyone has
Yeah, it's like the
Netflix.
go-to streaming service, Netflix.
Yeah, that's the go-to streaming service here, at
Hmm.
least here in Denmark.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not hard for at least me and you, Mess, to recommend this and just say, oh, it's not on
Yeah,
Netflix.
I
What?
have tried to recommend this to people who actually like historical shows and Viking shows, but the fact that it's animated actually scares them off.
Yeah, that's such a bummer because
Yeah.
it's not because it's overly anime.
No,
It's
it follows
it's
basically
not
no
kawaii.
anime tropes, honestly.
It's not kawaii Sailor Moon, all that jazz,
No.
all the other shonens like it, like those. It's very it, it its character designs and its tone and mood is very um it's very grounded.
Hmm.
It basically feels like it feels like a movie in normal not a normal Hollywood. It feels like a series that would be produced, but instead of real people, it's 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 animated.
Yeah.
That's literally the only difference.
Hmm.
And if you can look besides that, the some when it's when there are fight scenes, I would barely call them fight scenes. We have so little fight scenes in the series, but then they are fighting. It becomes a little bit anime, but not much. It
Not to a
again,
degree that I think it's worth like joking about.
yeah,
Honestly, it's
yeah. It's not over, and when it is, it's such a small amount. It's a pinch of salt. It's a
yeah.
pinch
I
of anime.
mean, you can talk about how like in the first season Torquil punching a horse. Does it
Yeah.
like that? Yeah, it's obviously a little bit over the top, but honestly,
Yeah,
it
and when do you remember when Thorfinn's dad, when he cleaved
oh, a guy in half
a
or something.
ship mast?
Mm.
Oh god damn it! And but that just adds to the awesomeness.
Yeah, I think that
It's
that's
it,
part of the
it's
fun
so
of it,
cool.
if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
but I love the fact that the first season, like a lot of people who were in the know about Vinland Saga were talking about it and saying like, oh, this is gonna be really good. But the different like the companies, they did not give a shit about this anime when it first came out. But the first season, through sheer force of being so good, like
mm,
it got around through word of mouth, and now when the second season was coming, the amount of just advertisement and the build up to it was so beautiful. I am happy that the first season was so good, even though that no one from Netflix or Crunchyroll or really anyone significant cared about it. Because it was so good, it made everyone care about it. So now everyone's really on the Vinland train now. There are so many YouTube videos popping up about Vinland Saga now. It's beautiful.
mm,
So I'm happy that it's fine. Vinland Saga is finally getting the respect it deserves.
yeah.
And with that,
Yeah.
I think we'll end it here for now.
Yeah. Give yours. get excited for a whole new season of Vinland Saga. I hope we hope that you're gonna watch it with us, and we hope we can see you afterwards for our next Epi Talks. So
Yes.
yeah,
Remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below.
yeah.
We'll see you or talk with you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.